Hi there, and welcome to Spiritually Speaking. My name is Lori Albert, and I am a medium and intuitive. Spiritually Speaking is a feel-good, intuitive, interactive conversation that embraces all things spiritual. Each week, we discuss different spiritual or life topics. I have guests on, and I take calls on the spirit line for viewers to be part of the conversation if you'd like, or if you'd like to receive a short reading. So welcome to the show, and thank you for joining me tonight. What a week. Has it been a crazy week for you guys too? It's been kind of tough. Been doing a lot of crying. Seriously, a lot of crying, good crying and bad crying, actually, if you want to know the truth. It was hard on Friday. Friday was really difficult because of the shooting that took place in Texas, and that was kind of tough. But then Saturday we had some good tears, if anybody was interested at all, in the wedding of Harry and Meghan, which I happen to be pretty into. It was pretty exciting to me. I don't know why, but whatever. So we're going to be talking about all that and all the emotions and why all this seems to be happening right now, and ways to, let's just say, ways to stop just buying into all of that crappy news and letting it affect us. So we'll be talking about all of that a little bit later. I do want to tell you, I am so excited. My chat is up on Facebook. And yes, Sherry, I see you. Hi there. And hi, Carla. You know what? You know what's really funny, though, is that I can barely see the comments. I need my glasses on. This is great. It's been a very difficult week. Yes, it has been, Carla. I agree. And Terry, hi. Nice to, if I pronounce your name wrong, it's only because I can't see very well. But I'm super excited that my chat is up, and I have and hi, Julie. I hope you're doing well. So thank you guys for tuning in, and Rhonda, I appreciate you guys all tuning in, I really do. But now that my chat is up, I'm super excited. So this is what we're going to do. Every week I'm going to pose a question to you guys, and you have to chat. You have to put it in the comment section, okay? So your first question is because of this week and how crappy it was. I could say that other word, but decided not to. Your first question that I want an answer to is one thing that you are grateful for. And, I was going to say, oh, be creative or whatever, but you know what? It can be. It can say your family, you can say your house, you can say your loved ones, and that sort of thing. Hi, Cynthia and Sherry and Dean. Hi, Dean. And I'm so excited to be able to do this with you guys. It's truly interactive now. My whole thing was, let's be interactive. But you know what? I get calls, and I don't get calls. I get messages like every week, people saying, I'm too nervous to call in. Hi, Terry. You are grateful to God. I'm so happy for that. And Joe, nice to see you. Cynthia, what are you grateful for, sweetheart? I mean, this is like so cool. I just love this. What are you grateful for? I'll tell you what I am grateful for. I'm grateful for the chat, to be honest with you. I love tech stuff. I'm really pretty good at tech stuff. However, I get so frustrated when I can't figure stuff out, right? As we all can, right? I mean, we all go through that, right? So, yeah, I'm grateful that even though it was a little frustrating trying to figure it out, I was able to do it. So at any rate, I will tell you that, oh, good. And Sherry says she's grateful for her new friendship with Jada. That's great. And Cynthia is grateful to you, to me, and your presence in my life. Oh my God. And I'm grateful for you, Cynthia. Thank you. So I love you guys. This is great. This is really fantastic. So at any rate, I wanted to start. I'm going to do a meditation in a minute, but I wanted to, because don't we need some clearing in our lives, right? Oh, and you know what? Oh, here it is. I am going to sage. Okay, and I saged a little bit earlier, but I wanted to sage with you guys here so that you could see how I do it. This is just like an abalone shell, and it's used. And then I have a sage stick. This actually has sage and something else in it, and I don't remember what it is. Actually, no, it's 2 types of sage. So yeah, I've got 2 types of sage bundled together, and I am going to light it up here. Yes, I'm lighting it up. So I'm lighting it up here, and if you see how it's starting to smoke, and then I take my my feather, and I say the following prayer. And this is what I do all the time, okay? This is what I say. I say, I break up and release all stagnant and negative energy from this place. May peace, light, and divine love protect us and be ever present. So I say that, and I do that around my little altar area. I do it all over my house. My husband just loves it. But I do it all over the place, and I have to tell you guys a funny story, actually. I do a development circle in my house on Tuesday nights after the show here. And yes, amen. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. I actually did not say amen, so thank you. So I do this development circle on Tuesday nights after, and last week, we had so much spirit activity. We were actually seeing things happen. When you see like apparitions from the corner of your eye and all that kind of stuff, we were seeing a lot. There was so much spirit activity. So I thought to myself, you know what? I need to really, really sage before I go to bed, right? So it was getting late, and I had forgotten. So I was like, oh no, I have to sage. So I lit up the sage, and the general rule of thumb I had always heard was, if you light up the sage, what you do is you light it up, you say your prayer, and then it'll go out when it's supposed to, right? And that's kind of like a general rule of thumb, okay? So what I did was, and generally, I'll light it up and it'll do this. It'll do exactly what it's doing. It'll smoke for a little while, and then it'll go out. Well, I lit it up, and then I put it down I didn't put it anywhere where it was going to get into any trouble, right? So I put it on a coaster, and I put it in the middle of the house, which is what I do because then it can go throughout the whole house. So, and then I thought, I'm just going to go to bed. So I go to bed, and my husband comes in a little while later or whatever, and we're getting ready for bed, and he says, did you light sage? And I said, yeah. And he goes, boy, it's really strong tonight. And I thought, I better go check that. So I go out there into my living room in the center of the house, and it's filled with smoke, right? It is just completely filled with smoke. It was a riot. So I'm like, oh my God, So I take it over, and I had to run it under the water to get it to stop. That was how much spirit activity was going on in my house last week. It was crazy. So yes, it was really interesting. So anyway, that's my saging story. But yes, you should be a little bit careful with how you do it and all of that stuff. It's all good. So yes. So there we go. I was thinking that I would like to. Hi, was it Carrie? Hi, Carrie and Rick. How are ya? It's nice to see you guys. Hi, Dara. So nice to see you guys. Okay, so this is what I was thinking tonight. Let's do, because the subject I want to get into tonight is kind of heavy. I will just go ahead and say it, okay? It's a little bit heavy. So I decided I wanted to do like a really a good sort of love meditation again. And again, I felt like it just channeled itself today whenever I was going through and I was making my notes. So what I'm going to ask everybody to do, if you'd like to, if you're not interested in participating, that's absolutely fine as well. This will only be about maybe a 5-minute meditation. It's not going to be that long. And then I will open up the phone lines, and if you'd like to call in for a reading at that point, sure, absolutely you can. But what I want to do right now is I would like everybody to, if you're interested, to close your eyes and get yourself situated in a really comfortable position. It can be cross-legged, it can be feet flat on the floor with your palms up so that you can receive the energy, okay? And what I want you to do is close your eyes and sit quietly. And I want you to start to relax every muscle in your body. So starting at the top of your head, let's just relax. Go all the way down through your body and relax every muscle. Your neck and shoulders, and your chest, and your arms, and your abdomen, and your legs. Every muscle. Your calves and even your feet. So let's just relax those muscles. Relax ourselves. And then we want to make a prayer and ask our spirit guides to come in and to be with us tonight. Even if you don't know who they are, we all have spirit guides, even if we don't know them. So we'd like to ask our individual spirit guides to come and be with us, just sit with us tonight, and ask them to comfort us. And comfort anyone affected by tragedy or disaster. Let's just ask them to please come in and comfort us all. And let us also talk to our spirit guides and ask them to help us find the love in every circumstance, in every situation that we find ourselves in. We ask that our spirit guides help us to find the love. And now a love prayer. Spirit, please be with us as we move through this life with all of its happiness and joy, as well as the sadness and despair. Help us to feel love in every single circumstance that we find ourselves in, happy or sad. And help us to be love to the world and all its greatness and its failings. Help us to love all the people of the entire world. Every single person. Help us to understand everyone that we disagree with or have a difference of opinion with. Help us to send love as often as possible to world leaders, political or religious or social leaders. Send love. We send our love to them. Help us to be love to everyone that we meet, bringing a bit of light into sometimes a dark world. Help us to act and react with love, even in the face of fear or criticism or negative thoughts. Help us to reframe our negative thoughts into positive ones, filled with love and peace. Thank you so much to the spirit guides. Namaste. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you for indulging me, you guys. That was really, and I've told you guys this before, but I meditate before I figure out what it is I want to write in the show. And it's so interesting because it's always like spot on. It's absolutely amazing. So Tracy, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. My chat is up. I am super excited. Hi Jade, hi Nadine. Hi everybody, thanks for joining me tonight. I'm super excited. It's so much fun. Even though I have to figure something out, maybe I need to get a magnifying glass so I can see. That's gonna be the next thing. Because guess what? These glasses aren't cutting it. At least I can see people's names. It's beautiful. Anyway, So yeah, so that is the story for, that is the meditation for tonight. And you know what I love, and I know I say this all the time, but you guys don't forget that on YouTube, you can always go back. If I do a meditation and you really enjoyed it, you can go back and rewatch it and on my YouTube channel. So it's Spiritually Speaking with Lori Albert. So there you go. So hi Sherry, Carla, thank you for, oh, you needed that. That's great. Oh, I'm so glad. You know what? I always wonder if people actually really enjoy the meditation. I know I do, and it feels right, and it feels like Spirit tells me to do it. So that's why I do it. So anyway, so all right, so I want to, before I get into what it is I want to talk about today, oh, by the way, phone lines are open if you'd like to call in for a reading. Absolutely. If you have a question and you're too shy to call in, I totally get that. And guess what? You can chat it to me now. How exciting. So if you want to just chat me a question about anything, please feel free to do so. I appreciate that. Okay, so what it is I want to read to, now this, I will be able to use my glasses. You know, we are spiritual beings in a human body, right? So my spirit being, my human body needs the glasses, but my spirit knows how to do it. Right? Isn't that great? So, okay, so I want to read this to you guys because this is Planet News by Zoe. Okay, so, and I've told you about it before, about her before. She's really fantastic. She does this amazing, you should follow her on Facebook if nothing else. She's actually got it really going on. I love everything she posts. She posts from a lot of different people, and it's just always right intuitively important for the day, right? So this is what she posted about this week, okay? So starting yesterday and going through the week. The practice this week is to go back to basics and consciously practice living in the moment, operating from a blank slate of infinite potential every day. Okay, so a blank slate of infinite potential. God, I love that. That's so powerful. Infinite potential. God, it's so amazing. Hey, I can read this one. Allow each moment to be brand new, with no attachments, expectations, limitations, or assumptions. It's amazing. And notice the opportunities for radical change right before your eyes. Okay, practice living the 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Now, if you're not familiar with Don Miguel Ruiz, he's a writer, and he's written numerous books. But there's one book that he wrote. It's called The 4 Agreements, and basically these are the 4 agreements. His book is amazing if you're interested, but I'm going to read to you what the 4 agreements are. Be impeccable with your word. Okay, so this is what she is saying to practice living according to the 4 agreements, and these are the 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Number 2, don't take anything personally. Hard to do, right? But it's not even just what people say to you. It's like the world too, so consider that. Then the next one is, number 3, is don't make assumptions. That's a very good one too. And then number 4 is always do your best. Right? I love that, okay? And then she goes on to say, continue to elevate all of your communications to the frequency of love, allowing new possibilities to emerge in every moment. As we calibrate holistically to love, we are moved into right action from the heart, manifesting a brand new world. Oh, if that doesn't give you hope, I don't know what could, because that just really amazed me when I read that, and I thought, oh my God, I need to, because it fits right in with what I want to talk about tonight. So it's really exciting. Hello, Debbie. How are you? Thanks for joining tonight. I appreciate it. So I want to just then jump right into what it is I want to talk about. How the heck, what is going on? Why is there so many crappy things happening? Why are there so many, okay, so there are crappy things happening, like the shooting, right? And the shootings, I guess I should say. And all of those, negative things happening that way. But let's not even forget, natural disasters are happening, right? That volcano in Hawaii is like Really? Like, it's amazing. You know what? You guys are gonna laugh. Okay, I'm one of those really weird junkies who, like, if we have an earthquake, because you guys know I live in Los Angeles, right? If we have an earthquake, I will turn on the earthquake cam. Yes, there is such a thing. I will turn on the earthquake cam and watch it all day. Not watch it, not sit and glued to my TV, to my screen, but I will like have it up, like kind of in the background while I'm working and doing other things. And yeah, it's like a thing. So the last 2 days, I have had the volcano fissure cam on, right? And it is basically shooting lava, hot, like red, orange, beautiful color, by the way, but this beautiful, amazingly beautiful lava shooting up into the air. And all I can think of is, where is that coming from? Where is it all coming from? It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing that it's where it's coming from, right? It's coming from the earth. Isn't that amazing? So I don't know. That makes me think that there's shifting going on and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I could go into that. However, here's the thing. It's a bad thing, right? It's a scary thing, right? Let's not say it's a bad thing, because it's the earth recalculating itself, and I get that, right? But it's a scary thing happening, right? So, you know, along with the school shooting in Texas, why is all this stuff happening? Why does it happen, right? Here's the thing. Crappy things happen all across the world to everybody every day. I mean, that sounds really lousy, and I get that, but it's true. Crappy things happen to people every single day, right? But we also have to realize that good things happen to people every day, right? So if you think of it in terms of that, you've got two ends of the spectrum. You've got really, really crappy things happening, and you've got really, really great things happening. As horrible as this sounds, is that I guarantee you, while we were all glued to our TVs on Friday, watching about the horrible shooting, I guarantee you somebody was having a good day. Somebody was getting married, or somebody was getting a promotion, or somebody was doing anything, that's positive, that's a happy thing. So there's balance, right? It's horrible to say, but we can't have the good without the bad. I hate to say it that way. It sounds terrible, but it's so true. You can't have the good without the bad. And, it's about balance. It's about the yin and the yang of it all. And we need to realize that. We don't like it. We hate it, but it's true. Okay? So it's kind of an interesting thought process. Sherry, you're new here. Hi. Am I live regularly for readings? Yes, I am, actually, every Tuesday at 5 o'clock. And you can call my spirit line if you'd like to call in for a live reading. You can do that as well. I also, actually, before I go on, I actually do give readings privately. I will say that. So I just want to tell you that. So, I so appreciate you guys, because you let me have this platform. Because you know what? I think that it's really important to expand our minds and have new thoughts and be able to create new thoughts for ourselves, right? I really, really believe that. So here's what I want to say about the yin and the yang and the balance, okay? Like I said, if we didn't have the bad in our life, we wouldn't understand the good, right? It's like if everything was really great all the time, how would we understand when something's bad? So if we think in terms of that, the trick is to not obsess, okay, on whether it's the good or whether it's the bad. Yes, it's okay to sit in it for a little while. It's okay to sit in the good or the bad for a while, but it's not good to obsess about it, okay? So how do we deal with it? How do we deal with these things that are happening? How do we maintain our hopeful attitude in our lives? Well, like I said, number one, we can't obsess about it, okay? We have to allow ourselves to feel whatever it is that we're going to feel. We have to cry. I cried a lot on Friday. I cried really, really sad tears. There was one particular girl that just got me every time. that, and there was, I mean, you know how they replay all that stuff? So every time that she would say something, they would replay it, I would just lose it again, right? So we have to recognize that this is reality. This is having a human experience, like I said before, the bad stuff, right? But how do we get out of that? How do we get out of that horrible feeling? It's possible. It's possible to get out of that, right? What do you guys think? Do you think that it's fear? I personally think that it's fear. I think that it's not, and it's not that just that there's bad stuff happening. It's fear. Fear can be all-consuming. Fear of anything. It could be fear of death. It could be fear, which is a lot of what it could be. Fear for the unknown. Fear for the safety of our families. Think that through. It could be fear of anything. And we need to come to grips with what that fear is. We need to figure out what the fear is. What is it that we're fearful of? For me, and I'll just use my example, is that for me, it was the fear of sadness. It was the fear of all-consuming sadness. That's what my fear was. And we have a caller, so I am going to take this call. Hi there, you are live on the air with Lori. Who am I speaking to?
This is Meredith.
Hi, did you say Meredith?
Yep.
Hi Meredith, how are you tonight?
I'm good.
Good. What can I do for you?
So, I was just watching your live and I noticed that you were talking about fear.
Mm-hmm.
So, I am in the process of packing up my cottage in Arizona, and the movers are coming on Friday, so I can move down to Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay. Wow.
And it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Like, I had a panic attack this morning. I'm like, oh my God, is this the right place? Am I supposed to move here? Because I was thinking Prescott, Arizona, because I like trees and lakes and creeks.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I freaked out this morning.
Yeah. Well, it's scary. I mean, that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing to move. I mean, that's like a big deal, right? But here's...
I've moved 4 times since 2015, and I'm tired of moving.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. What does your gut tell you? Does your gut tell you that this is the right move?
I don't know, because I've been in such fear mode for the last week.
Yeah.
That I really am not hearing I can't hear my higher self, really.
Yeah.
I can't hear my guides, my angels. I keep going.
First of all, I want to say I can totally relate, because when you get into that place of fear, oh my God, I so totally relate to that. Because and that fear, it like paralyzes you, right? And it's like you can't do anything. You can't meditate. You can't do anything of your normal things to get out of that fear. Oh my God, I so totally relate to that. In other circumstances in my life, I have had the very same thing happen. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to tell you psychically what I'm picking up about you. First of all, I absolutely can feel your fear, okay? I get that. But what I want to say to you is this. I feel like that, and this is going to sound kind of basic, but it really feels right to say this to you.
Sure.
You have the ability to make this be the right situation for you. You have the ability in your head. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in your head and in your gut and in your attitude, you have the ability to make this the right situation for you. And I really feel, I have to tell you, when you said you were moving, my heart just went, oh, yay! Like I was so excited for you because it feels right, okay? I feel like you had mentioned that maybe you would be around some like streams and like nature stuff. I think that is going to be...
No, I won't.
Oh,
I won't.
Oh, you
because
won't
I'm not
be
moving
around.
to
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not moving to. I chose not to move to Prescott because it's more expensive to live there, and there's more horse community. I'm an animal communicator, so I need to be around horse community and horses. So there's more of that down in Phoenix and Scottsdale area.
Right. Yeah. I actually know that. I actually know some people down there, so that's cool. But here's the thing. I want to say this to you. I want you to make sure, if you go out, and you definitely make it a point to touch the ground with your feet, like your bare feet. Like go walking, and wherever it is that you are, find a park or something. If you're moving to an apartment or something, find a place where you can walk with your bare feet and just reconnect with the earth. Because if you can reconnect with the earth, that's where I was so excited for you, thinking that you were going to a place where you could do this. But you know what? Wherever you are, you can find a place to connect with the earth. And I really feel like that is going to sort of help you find that way again, if that makes any sense. Like find your, or hear your guides again. It's something. It's very interesting, because I really feel like that your guides really want me to tell you that, even though you're having difficulty connecting with them right now, they're never far away. Okay, they're always right with you. And if you can somehow quiet yourself, even if it's just putting on like meditative music while you're doing things around the house. Get in touch with the gut instinct again. Get in touch with your clairsentience, and it will all work itself out. And I actually feel really good about this move for you. It actually feels good. What's interesting is that I two things I want to say about it is that I feel good about the move, in that you're moving to an area where it's going to be good, like it's going to be nurturing for you. However, the actual place where you're moving to, I'm not really vibing with that too much. However,
I'm staying with a friend.
Oh,
and it didn't kind of. I'm only staying there temporarily.
Okay, that's probably why I'm not getting such a great feeling about it. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and until I find a place of my own, I'm going to put everything in storage and just stay at a friend's for a couple weeks. Okay.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, it feels like when you can take a little bit of time to find that place where you want to actually move into, I think you need to spend some time by yourself, and you need to go out and like take walks and stuff. I just really see you getting out into nature again. So I think that'll be really, really helpful to you, because you do. I mean, if you're an animal communicator, I know you do really good work, because that's a special gift. To me, that is such a special gift, and you'll figure it out. I mean, it's just your guides will never leave you, and you know that. I know you know that. So it's just a matter of stepping back and being present in the exact moment that you're in, and it'll come back around to you. But it feels like a good move to me.
Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Sure, and good luck to you, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. See, that's so cool, because what we need to do is step back from the fear, get connected with nature again. And I have a couple things here. Life is what you make it. Your choices define your future, not by what the crazy world is. It's so true. We have to really, really believe that. And Sherry says she has a fear of death. I totally get that. Before I really got into my really developing my gifts, I had a huge fear of death. But guess what? Once I started, actually it started when I started really, really getting into meditating. I just wasn't scared anymore. We're brought up to I don't know about you guys, but I was brought up to kind of be a little bit fearful of death. I was, and what if I screw up in this life, then I'm going to go to hell and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Once I started, meditating and getting into it, I'm just not scared of it anymore. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen on the other side, right? Like, what is going to happen on the other side? It's going to be kind of interesting. I'm not in any hurry, but, it's just kind of interesting. And Mary Beth, hi, Mary Beth. And hi, Eric. Hi, you guys. So anyway, so fears are real. Fears are real. And guess what? We need to overcome them, because that's the only time that we're going to find peace in our lives, is if we overcome the fear, right? So, understanding what the fear is I think a whole huge part of this, right? All these bad things are happening and we're taking on the emotion of it. Like on Friday, I was really fearful for those people. I was fearful for what is our country becoming. I was fearful for my daughter. My daughter is in college. Something could happen there, right? But here's the thing. And this is why it was so cool about Planet News by Zoe, because she's talking about living in the present moment. Living in the present moment. That is going to be the way we can live in that. Like Friday, I allowed myself to live in that moment for a minute, but now I'm out of that and I'm living in the present moment. I can't live my life by worrying that about my daughter that much, because that's not going to help my life. It's not going to help her life. And we have another caller. Hi there, you are live on the air with Lori. Who am I speaking to?
Yeah, my name's Kathleen.
Hi Kathleen, how are you tonight?
I'm doing okay.
Good. What can I do for you?
Well, I was just seeking advice if I might be able to get a job soon.
You want to get a job soon? So I'm seeing like computers. I'm seeing you typing a lot on on a computer. Do you work with computers or something, or?
I used to.
You used to? Like, do you do like data entry, that sort of thing?
I used to.
You used to? I'm really seeing that. I don't know if that's what that's meaning coming forward for you, but I feel like that. You know what the old adage, and you're gonna laugh when you hear me say this, because it's so funny what Spirit gives me and why they give me what they give me. But you have to shuck a lot of oysters to find the pearl. I don't know why that's coming to me right now.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
You're right.
And I don't know if you've been already sending out a lot of resumes and stuff, but I feel like that you need to just like keep sending it out. And I feel like that you're going to know when that one thing hits, right? When that one little
okay.
When you grab onto that pearl, when you're going to know, oh my God, this is the job I'm supposed to take. I feel like you're going to know it. And as far as timing, hard to say, to be honest with you. I'm not really getting like a time. But I really don't see anything past the next couple of months. I feel like that if you put your sort of nose to the grindstone and keep shucking those oysters, I feel like within the next couple of months things should really even itself out. Are you trying to get back into like computer work?
Just to get a job.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I see the computer stuff for you, so.
Do you see any love life in my future?
I think I'm really kind of getting that you're getting over something. I feel like you're getting over. You're still, and this could be an old love or somebody that you've just parted ways with recently. But I feel
I haven't parted ways with anyone.
Okay, because I feel like you're still getting over a love. I don't know if that was an old love, and you're just kind of not.
Yeah, I never will get over him.
Yeah, I know. There's always that one, right? That's
dumb. And it's been 20-some years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, totally. I so hear you. Yeah, so you're still, I still feel like this sense of pain. That's so sad. I'm so sorry, but I feel like this sense of pain for you. But no, to be honest with you, I'm really not seeing anything love life wise right now. That doesn't mean that there isn't stuff out there for you. So I don't want you to lose hope or anything. But I feel like that you're trying to get the focus needs to be right now on getting the job and dealing with the job. And I feel like that after that point, the love life is going to just kind of like, because you're going to be focused on working and this new job, and I feel like that the love life is just going to kind of happen. And I feel like you're just going to go, oh, right, I don't know. So that's what I'm getting for that. So.
Well, I told my sister that if God wanted someone in my life, he's going to have to plunk them right in front of me.
Well, oh, that's so funny. Yeah, well, I feel it could very easily be related to work. Like, I don't know if you're going to meet somebody at work, or if you're going to I feel like that you this is so crazy, but like you go out after work, you go out with some friends or something, and I feel like, meeting somebody that way. I don't know. That's what I see.
No friends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, new friends at this new job. So.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck here, all by myself.
Yeah, well, it's tough. That's really tough. But you know what? I feel like a role starting. Once you need to send out I feel like you're going to need to send out a ton of resumes, though. I feel like that's kind of like the important thing right now. So.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Well, you have a great day.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. Thanks for listening.
Okay.
Take care.
No.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta shuck a lot of oysters. That's so funny. Yeah, it's the ripple effect. You just never know. I love giving psychic readings, and it's so funny because I usually do mediumship readings where, and so for some reason this show is a lot about psychic stuff, like when do you see employment or love life and that sort of stuff, and it's in the move and that sort of thing. It's interesting because I don't get to do a lot of psychic work, and so I appreciate that. That was a lot of fun. So and somebody else, you guys had been mentioned about the fear of death and the fear, the different fears, and back getting to relating to what we went through on Friday. We can't let it stop us. We can't let it trigger us into this long-winded thing, and that's what I wanted to talk about. It may take some time to figure out what your actual fear is and exactly how it triggers you, but if you can start doing, I want to tell you a couple things that I do to get myself out of those fears, okay? First of all, turn off social media. I know we're on social media right now. I get that. But we need to turn it off. Turn off the news. Turn off social media for a while, okay? I'm really into social media, and it's something that I need to do, right? I love my social media. The thing is balance. If you find yourself on it all the time and that it's running your life and you're not doing anything else, then it's time to take a break. So there you go on that. The next thing is, and I know I say this all the time, but meditate. Meditate. In meditation, like the meditation that I did tonight, ask your spirit guides for compassion. Ask your spirit guides to help you get past these negative things going on. Ask spirit to renew your hopefulness for the future, for yourself, for your life, for everything, right? So ask your spirit guides to help you with that. Okay? So that's big thing too. And then I have to tell you, reading books by Wayne Dyer or Esther Hicks and Abraham, reading books that can help us just get out of that mindset and change the way we think, right? And I've talked about this in previous shows as well, in that, when we if we can catch ourselves in a really bad thought, catch it and then turn it around, change it, right? Change it to something else. Change it to a vibration raising thought, right? So, and Wayne Dyer is the king of that. So if you want to take a look at any of his stuff, please, look at that. And Esther Hicks, Abraham, oh my gosh, it's treasure trove of new ways to think, right? So, and the bottom line is to get yourself, and by doing that, you get yourself to a place of trust. Okay? You can get yourself to a place of trust. Trusting that the universe, God, Spirit, will, they have your back. And that God, universe, the Spirit, whatever it is teaching you the lessons that you're supposed to learn in the bad stuff and the good stuff. Okay? So, no matter what it is, even if it's a small thing, right? Even if it's a small thing, or if it's a big thing. So, there you go, right? Faith and trust, I believe, go hand in hand. It's hard if you want to live a life that is, if you live a life that is debilitating, that is paralyzed, it paralyzes you, those fears just paralyze you, right? You have to learn to trust. Trust anybody, anything. Trust Spirit or God or universe, whatever you want to call it. To me, it's all the same thing. I'll just be honest. It's all the same thing. But if once you start to trust, that hopefulness will start to come back. And it really can be absolutely amazing, right? Or you can go to church. Talk to Wayne Dyer in spirit. They all teach us about ourselves, how to be with ourselves, and how to be in a place of trust. Okay? So, things can be really icky, things can be really crappy, things are happening, but there is a way to overcome it. We can do it. I chose a couple of quotes for today that I just was blown away, and I want to read those to you. The one quote that I have for today is just blows my mind. Okay, and it's by Eleanor Roosevelt. Okay? You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop and look fear in the face. You are able to say to yourself, I lived through this horror. I can take the next thing that comes along. And that is Eleanor Roosevelt, who I just adore, right? I love that, okay? And then the other quote is by Nelson Mandela, who, if you know his story, he was imprisoned for many, many years, okay? Talk about fear, right? This is what he says. I learned that courage was not an absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. And that's Nelson Mandela. And that to me is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I want to say hi to Bridget and Patty and Sherry. And thank you, Sherry, for saying that you love that quote. Isn't it amazing? I think you're referring to the Eleanor Roosevelt one. It's amazing, right? She was amazing, right? She was absolutely amazing. And you know what? I have to tell you guys that I don't know if you guys are younger or older or whatever, but I don't know if you remember the show Romper Room when we were a kid, and you would and Miss whatever would put up this little mirror it was a mirror thing, and the mirror was cut out so she could see you through the mirror, and she would say, and hello to Kimberly, and hello to Sherry, and hello to Linda. And it's just so funny to me because that's what I feel like I'm doing. I feel like I'm that lady in the Romper Room lady. And I used to die, please say my name, please say my name. I would love that. So I would watch Romper Room and Mr. Rogers. Talk about positive. Just go back and watch The Magic Mirror. Thank you, Terry. That's what it was. It was The Magic Mirror. I love that. Oh my God. See, I'm dating myself. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. So so now I want to tell you guys a couple of things that I'm doing. I'm actually decided I'm going to start getting out there and do some DEMS again. I used to do DEMS demonstrations a while back, but I want to start doing that again. I used to call them spirit nights, right? So I'm starting to do that again, and I have an event coming up. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, on June 16th, it's a Saturday at 1 p.m. At a place in West Hills, California. I will be doing an event with my friend who has been on the show a couple times, Cheryl Murphy, right? And we're calling this event Two Mediums, One Afternoon, and Many Spirits, right? So you can go to actually my Facebook page and see what it is. It's spiritsaturday.eventbrite.com, and I'll be showing you that. I'll be showing you that online. So I'll be sharing that with you guys. So you can go get tickets for that there. They're $25. It's not that much. So it's an hour and a half of Cheryl and I giving readings. And I will say that seats are limited because we really want to try. We're going to try really hard for everybody to get a reading. So seats are limited. So if you're interested, please get your ticket soon. So on that. Yes, Terry, I love Cheryl too. Isn't she the best? She is so calm. I think that we complement each other really well because I'm like really up and she's really soothing. So I think it's going to be a really good event, right? She's really good that way. So, and I also want to tell you guys that I actually do give private readings. I know I don't sort of advertise it a lot, but I've had a lot of friends tell me, you know what, get out there and tell people that you do private readings. So yes, I do private readings. I do them over the phone. I do them in person. And I would love to talk to you about that. You can go to my website, laurialbert.com. And it's LauriAlbert.com, and that's great. So Sherry, Sherry, thanks. Oh, it would have been amazing to attend. Well, it would be great if you live in the Los Angeles area or you're going to be around here. That'd be great. So yeah, I'm like so excited. This like chat thing, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. So I also wanted to end today's show with a silly spirit story. I used to do it whenever I did my radio show. I had this like sort of segment that I would call silly spirit story, and I would tell about all sorts of different silly things that spirit likes to do. And what I want to tell you about is a story about the very first time that I was in a development circle years and years ago, and I got a name for the first time. Like my spirit guides gave me a name. And I have to tell you, because I had been trying and I still to this day still try. For some reason, I get more like emotional stuff. I don't actually get names too much whenever I do mediumship readings. But and it doesn't matter to me whether I get a name or not, but it's fun, you know. It's like that's a serious validation, you know. But you know, it's kind of fun. But anyway, so I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I'm meditating. All of a sudden I look up and I said, "Hey, do you have an aunt," or whatever it was? "Do you have an aunt named Nanette?" And the guy goes, "Why, yeah, I do." And I'm like, "Oh my God," because like, what kind of name is Nanette? Who has ever heard of that? Right? So I was over the moon. I was super excited, and all of a sudden I was like so excited, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm done. It was so funny because I just was like so proud of myself that I actually opened myself up to hear spirit give me the name, right? So, and that's part of what it is I do. I use all the different clairs. That particular one was clairaudience, and so that's when you sort of hear. You can hear it out loud, or you can kind of hear it in your mind's ear, I guess you could say. Not your mind's eye, but you can kind of hear it in your mind's ear. So really funny story, and you know, it's just it's quite the adventure. You know, my poor husband is not into what I do very much. He appreciates it and he respects it, and that I love. He is the best partner that I could go through this life with because he is I'm crazy. That's just it. I do crazy things. I will walk up to some. I'm not as like sort of forward as the Long Island medium, Teresa Caputo, but I will. If Spirit tells me you go talk to that lady over there, I will do that. And my husband just goes with it. He goes with the flow. Gotta love him, you know. Well, thank you for saying I'm fun and inspiring, Sherry. I appreciate it. So, at any rate, thank you for indulging me. Thank you for chatting with me today. I appreciate it. I'm super excited. I finally got the chat up and running. Now I just have to figure out how to see it more clearly. So, at any rate, I appreciate every single one of you. I hope that you enjoyed the show today and enjoyed talking about what we can do to not allow all these negative events, kill our hopefulness, because there is hopefulness in the world, and hopefulness is the one thing that we cannot lose, because if we lose that, we've lost it all. And I really, really believe that, and I really mean that. And if you ever feel hopeless, please reach out to me. I will talk you through whatever it is you need to be talked through, because to me that's just so important. So important. So at any rate, that is my show for today. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you, and I've really enjoyed today's discussion and everything. So go to my website, see what I'm up to, and until next time, everybody, stay happy. Take care.
Thank you for watching Spiritually Speaking with Lori Albert.